What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is last night was episode 5. That means it's day 5. Day 5 of Ramadan. Almost one weekend. Honestly, it's just been flying by. Alhamdulillah for everything. But today I'm still gonna take a break from going to the gym. I'm gonna come back on Monday. My knee is really sore because we did a lot of bending just to get range of motion back yesterday in PT, because the goal right now is to get me back to running ASAP, and the only thing preventing me from doing that is range of motion. So like, I can run, it's just my knee won't bend enough for me to run like fluently. So yeah, I'm like really sore, and there's like this piece in my knee that broke off, so it's like a floating broken piece just like there, but it's not it has nothing to do with range of motion, so it doesn't really affect me bending my knee. It just initially it affected me in the recovery process because it was like sensitive and tender, so it took a while for me to be able to adjust to like just like pressure and like everything in general, especially like the cold. In the cold, it just wasn't comfortable either, so getting my knee to bend was a lot harder than normal. So yeah, right now I'm just kind of taking it slow. I'm just happy that I can actually go to the gym again, so baby steps, as I said. But yeah, today's Jummah, so I'm probably not gonna do anything until Jummah, so I actually have to I might go to Centerville today because I need a new Milwaukee battery charger, because mine, I'm pretty sure, is broken and dead. So I hit this guy up on Facebook Marketplace. He's selling it for like 25 bucks, so it's really cheap. I might go there after Jummah, I might not, it really depends. But today's video is going to be very reminiscent because I'm going to be talking about my first car, which is my 1985 BMW E30. But yeah, I just wanted to check in, give a quick status update for the day and how the video is going to go. But yeah, for now I'm going to pray Fajr and then go back to sleep, and then I will catch you guys after Jummah. So yeah. Before I head off to Jummah, I just had a few things that I needed to do. Just got off a call with someone. Started editing the video, and now I'm about to leave for Jummah. Afterwards, I'm gonna start the video talking about my E30. I am not going to I'm not going to Centerville today, only because I have to pay for the tire replacement on Sunday. So trying to save money as much as I can. But yeah, I forgot I was gonna mention something else, but as of right now, I guess we're just gonna go to Jummah, so I'll catch you guys there. If only this car wasn't broken. Looks so cool. Also only passes the 10 feet check because, like, yeah, you could definitely see this on camera. This whole side is sun faded, and then that's just like, it's not even good paint, but at least it's still clear coat on it. But yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all. We just got out of Jummah. I think I might have to go to Centerville to pick up the Milwaukee battery charger, only because I'm doing a few projects soon that require me to use my impacts, and I kind of need them. People are so stupid, man. yeah, I kind of need my impacts, so I need the batteries charged, so I think I might have to just bite the bullet and send it. I just really don't want to spend money right now. But yeah, besides that, I'm on my way home from Adams Center right now, and once I get home, I will start the E30 appreciation video. I will start the E30 appreciation video and just sort of talk about my unfinished first car, the car that deserves all the love in the world. And I'm still actually in contact with the current owner, or the guy I sold it to. I mean, he still has the car. He revived it, and yeah, it's just like taking it very slow with whatever he's planning to do with it. So I'm just glad that he still has it and didn't sell it, because I thought this guy was a flipper. So I guess you're not taking it then. All right, well, I will catch you guys when I get home, and then we will start the video accordingly. So in a bit. All right, guys, I'm finally home. Without further ado, let's talk about my 1985 BMW E30 325e. So my dad bought this car on March 28th of 2016, which is nearly 8 years ago. And that's just crazy to think about, that it's been 8 years since this car has entered my life. But he bought this car off of public surplus because it was auctioned off. So I think this car was donated to a driving school in Arlington, and then that driving school didn't need it anymore, so they ended up listing it on public surplus, and my dad somehow found it, and he said to himself, I have nothing to lose, so why not bid on it? And turns out he won, because he purchased the car for $710 with a premium of $71, totaling out to $781. So we got a running and driving BMW E30 for $781, and all he did after that was replace suspension, tires, and then a few other things. I have the documents on Google Sheets and Google Docs, so I'll show you guys that soon. But that's kind of like one of the main reasons why I really regret, or not regret, I'm sad about having to sell this thing, because it's just the fact that we got a running and driving car for under $1,000, and it was an E30 at that. Because 8 years ago, I wouldn't say the E30 market was like scarce. It was just like more of a hidden gem and like close-knit community, not like how it is today. Because if you try to find an E30 on Craigslist, Marketplace, the cheapest you'll find one for is like $6K maybe. But back then it was like you couldn't really find them because everyone was just holding on to them, and if you did find them, they weren't like hyped yet, so it wasn't like something that was cool, or it was cool in certain people's eyes, but like it wasn't something hype like a lot of the JDM cars now. Like if you try to find an S13, any of the Silvias, you're gonna pay a pretty penny for a rusted shell and that has no engine in it. But yeah, essentially like the E30 market back then was a lot better because not many people had them, and even if they were being sold, they were being sold from owners that took care of them. Because now like a lot of people have been beating on them, and essentially they share the same story with a lot of the Nissan S13s, S14s, S15s, just like being like drifted and whatnot. It's a cool little fun car. It's not fast, but it's quick. But yeah, I will show you guys like I think I still have the original listing from when my dad found it on public surplus, so I'm gonna try to find that. And I'm just gonna include like a slideshow of pictures and stuff and talk about how it was owning a 1985 as my first car in 2016, which is still crazy to say that 2016, or the date that the car was bought, was almost 8 years ago. 2016 was 8 years ago, but the date, we're almost at 8 years since the car entered my life. So yeah, this is a really special video for me. Uh, Really sad because I never got to finish the car. I was forced to sell it because I drove that car like it had 9 lives, and I was a kid who thought he was a race car driver because I was driving a manual. So I mean, it is what it is. I'm gonna get another one day. Just trust me on that. You'll see. I will do the E30 build justice, and without further ado, I'm just gonna like start the slideshow and whatnot. So yeah. Alright guys, so starting off, it wasn't even really my car, it was my dad's car because he just found this for really cheap, so he was like, why not? Because he wasn't really a car guy and he didn't really know the E30 platform like that. And then eventually he's just sort of said, this is gonna be your first car, and I was like, kind of iffy on it because back then I was just like, he gave me a lunchbox for my first car, like I don't know why, like why did he give me this? And that's pretty much a main reason why I started reverse parking a lot, was because I preferred the front end of the E30 a lot more than the rear end because it was just so boxy, and like me being a 16-year-old kid, I just wanted, my dream car back then was a C7 Corvette. So the E30 was really different from a C7 Corvette. But over time, I eventually adopted it as my own car. As you can see, I'm taking it to car meets, bringing it out with friends, taking pictures with like random cars on the parking lots and whatnot, and it just got me really excited to be a car guy. Another main reason that I became a car guy was because of Alif. For as long as I could remember, he lived and breathed cars since he was like a little boy, even before I knew him, and he was like a major reason that I became a car guy. So if it weren't for him, I probably wouldn't be who I am today, so shout out to him for that. But eventually I started reading up on forums, like washing my own cars, doing like slight little mods to things, like ever so slightly, just like increasing my knowledge and skill set in DIYing things on my car. And I just became super nitpicky about how I wanted things on the E30, and it just sort of spiraled from there. So yeah, if not for this car, I would 100% not be a car guy today. So this is why this car is like really so special to me. Eventually though, I went from like learning how to do DIYs and like looking at things to make E30s cool. I began the cringe ricer phase that every car guy goes through with their first car. I sticker bombed the whole car in M stickers, M emblems, anything that said M on it. I put it on my E30, even though it was the lowest base model 3 series ever. But I'm happy I got it out of my system then, so that I matured when I got my E90, because looking back, it was just kind of a funny time having sticker bombed everything on that car with M emblems. But like going to Cars and Coffee every Saturday at Katie's, it became like religious for me. Like right after Fajr, I'd be getting ready. If my car was dirty, I'd wash my car. And then there's this one morning, and I finally saw an E30 M3, and I thought I was so cool with my 325E with an M emblem on it. I just thought I was like the coolest person in the world. And then I was being such a kid because I remember he was about to leave, and I pulled up next to him and I said, "Hey, can I like just park here and take a picture of our cars together?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then me being the kid I am, I started revving my engine for literally like 10 minutes straight. Like, I kid you not, I don't want to play the video because it's so cringe. Like, you can even see the E30 M3 owner just move forward because of like he's just on a phone call just trying to call someone, and I'm like being obnoxious. But honestly, this is why I prefer Cars and Coffee more than like last night's meet. Like, night meets are cool and all, but
they end up getting rowdy because like they're made for kids, so like I don't know, something stupid's gonna end up happening. Like in the morning meets, like Cars and Coffee, you get to talk to people, find out more about people's builds and whatnot, and it's just more chill vibe that I like. So yeah. And then I ended up getting a muffler delete on the car, which only fed my delusions of being a race car driver even more because the car sounded cool and I was just rev happy any time I drove the car. But in all honesty, it didn't really sound that good. Well, I mean, it was a nice tone, but it was basically straight pipe because most of the exhaust piping was rusted and had holes in it, so they just cut it from the catalytic converter, I think, and from it's essentially a catback exhaust. I don't know why I'm struggling to describe that, but it was a catback exhaust, no muffler, no nothing, just one straight pipe. But like I remember thinking I was so cool because my car was loud. Like in this next clip, after this, you'll see me pull up to Olive's house and just like completely annoy his neighbors. So just watch this.
Whose man is this? Literally, who is this guy? Oh, yeah.
Alright, and then after all that happened, unfortunately I got into a car accident. It was nothing major, but I got into a fender bender because this guy in front of me treated a yield as a stop sign, and there was no one in front of him, but that's that, and it's whatever. After that, I kind of like it kind of hit me really hard because I was like, oh man, my car's broken now. But it was honestly a blessing in disguise because I would say that this was like my coming of age in the sense that this is what really set me into the whole nothing is impossible mindset because this was the first like quote unquote major uh, car related DIY I would have to do because I got it quoted at a shop. I think it was like a total of $3,000 in repairs, and I was like, I don't really want to pay that. So I ended up uh, sourcing parts. I finally found a new diving board bumper. Couldn't find a fender. I ended up finding a hood. So essentially, I found a bumper and hood, and I think I was looking for the crash bar and radiator support, but I don't remember if I found it or not. But anyways, after that, I began like removing, or not removing, sorry. Well, yeah, actually, I began removing like all the parts, and there was like no real YouTube videos on how to do this, so I had to read through the forums and figure out how to do it like on my own. But as you can see here, I ended up getting the crash bar and the diving board bumper off, as well as like all the miscellaneous trims and the fog lights. And after that, I put on the new diving board bumper and found an M-Tech Valence in the process, so it was really nice to find that. But unfortunately, after that, I had like a few more drives because I finally got it back on the road. But that last drive back on the road was the actual last drive because the clutch ended up going out, and you'll see in this next clip that it won't even start because of how long I left it in the garage because the clutch was out. So yeah.
Will it start? No, it doesn't. When the car doesn't start. Project car struggles. That's a wrap.
But honestly, before the car even died, I actually got really lucky because I remember driving it on the way home from Alif's like 14th birthday or whatever, however old he was, and I could feel the clutch going out because I stopped at a red light and I couldn't put it back into gear, and somehow I just forced it back into gear. And long story short, after that, it was been sitting for like 6-ish months. And then I had a family friend who was a mechanic. I ended up towing it to his shop, and he was gonna moonlight all the repairs so that I would pay him directly and I wouldn't have to pay his boss. because that would be more expensive. But like I said, long story short, it didn't work out, and it just ended up sitting there. So um, these clips you see here are of the car at the shop for like 8 months untouched, with like all the parts in the trunk, like the new clutch, the new everything. And I decided to just give up on the car because I didn't have the money to fix it back then. So uh, I eventually just said, okay, if I'm gonna get another E30, I'll do it again in the future when I have money. But as of right now, I can't afford to just keep working on a broken car. So that's when I officially sell the car, and then you'll see in this next clip me like taking off the keys and then like being all sad and whatnot. But I'm still in touch with the owner today, and the car is running just fine. So thankfully everything's all good. But like I said, one day I will get another E30. Quote me on that, inshallah. Go.
It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone. Gone. Get another one, inshallah.
Alright guys, it's almost iftar. Sorry if this video is like kind of all over the place. I'm sort of just like reminiscing and it's like kind of sappy, but a lot of people who know me nowadays, they don't even know about the E30, so I kind of just wanted to put this video out there and just like tell the world that I came into the car world as an E30 boy, not an E90 boy. But yeah, one day I'm gonna get this car again, and hopefully it's one day soon, inshallah. But I'm gonna go break my fast and just keep staying tuned for more videos on Vlogmadan. I'm really going through it. It's a lot harder than it seems. Daily uploading doesn't really seem that difficult, but I don't have an editor and I'm the only person doing this like for my channel right now, so I'm going through it, but I'm trying to stay strong, stay consistent. So without further ado, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget, nothing is impossible. Peace out.